Hey guys, welcome back to Vibing with Nessa. So it's been a long time since I've updated you guys on my pregnancy, and I wanted to come in and really update you guys. Last time we've been here was 28 weeks, where I talked about my glucose test, and about me going to be launching my third business. So this video here, I'm going to be updating you guys from 29 weeks all the way up to 33 weeks now. So we're going to update you and talk to you about what has been going on, what has changed, and everything like that you guys want to know, so you guys can be updated in your pregnancy or things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start at 29 weeks. So I had to, since it's been a while since I have been uploaded a video, I did go ahead and write my little notes so I can remember what I want to talk about, what I want to tell you guys, important things that's happened if you guys been following and stuff like that. So let's get started. So at 29 weeks, baby was the size of a butternut squash. Don't really eat squash, so I don't really know what the size is. I just know it's like probably like that or whatever the case may be. Also, I talked about in my 28 week where I took my glucose test and I was scared that I failed it because I drank Starbucks right before I took the test. And I didn't tell them that because they asked me and I was like, no, I didn't want to. I was embarrassed or whatever. But I did. So I did go to the doctor, and when I went to the doctor, they did let me know that I did pass my glucose test. So I was really happy because I didn't want to take it again, because again, if you guys have to take a glucose test, it's not nasty. It was just a lot of sugar, so it made me like really lightheaded when I did take it. So I was like, I hope I passed it so I don't have to take it again. So I did pass my glucose test, and I was really excited about that. Also that week too, if you guys do know, I have talked about my doctor's appointment visits. I really do not like my doctor's appointment visits out where I live at. They are very rushy, or they cancel your appointment, or you're just sitting there for maybe 2 hours, and then when you do get inside the room, it's about a 10-minute visit, and then you're out of there. So I decided to go ahead, and if you guys already know, seen that I've gone to other ultrasound places because this is my last pregnancy, so I do want to see baby as much as possible, have as much memories as possible, so then I can also show him and just have those memories. So I went to this place called Peekaboo where I live. So if you guys do know, I live in Inland Empire. So I went to a place out there that it's called Peekaboo, and I did a 3D to 4D ultrasound, and I was super excited. They were really nice. This was my first time going with them, so if you guys are in the Inland Empire and you guys are interested in going ahead and getting an ultrasound, they were really nice people. They were really friendly, had a lot of knowledge, and they answered a lot of my questions. Even though they can't give you like a lot of answers because they are not your doctor, they were still nice, and they gave me a few answers. They're like, this is what we think it is. So yeah, so again, I was talking to her, letting her know that, that I wanted to do an ultrasound because I wanted to see what baby was, because I haven't really had an ultrasound with my OBGYN. So we did the ultrasound. Baby is big. He is really big. He also, at the end of it, I did ask her if I could know how much he was weighing and if my due date possibly had changed. So she did let me know that, and she did tell me that baby was weighing 4 pounds. So this is at 29 weeks. That he was weighing 4 pounds, and also my due date had changed. So if you guys originally knew, my due date was November 30th. So my due date being November 30th, she gave me a due date of November 14th, which I'm not really surprised because I feel like I'm going to have him a lot earlier than the due date that I did get, because I also had got another due date, which was I'll tell you guys that in a minute. I had another due date, 2 other due dates. So I'll tell you guys that in my other weeks, because that changes too. So I did the Peekaboo day, and then baby is weighing 4 pounds, and the due date that she had gave me was November 14th. So that is like, I think 2 weeks ahead from November 30th. So I wasn't really upset. I was kind of like, me and my mom, I called my mom immediately. I was like, Mom, look, my due date changed. She was like, well, you're going to have him early regardless. Even my boyfriend's mom was saying, like, you're going to have him early because I've been having, like, a lot of pain. He's, like, really big. I just look like I'm going to be having him a lot earlier, which we could be wrong. He could be coming at 42 weeks, and we just not know it. But that's what we came up with. Also, I can give you guys a picture update for the 29 weeks. Nothing really happened. In that week, I probably was just probably tired. My intake of ice is really still high, so I still was eating a lot of ice. I do go to Chick-fil-A like every day. I don't even eat Chick-fil-A. I'm not really like really like their food, but I do go there and get a bag of ice from Chick-fil-A for $1.73. So if you are pregnant and you have an ice intake, I will tell you to go ahead and buy it. It's like a big bag of ice. Like if you were to go to Walmart or Target or Kroger's or wherever you might be from and you guys buy it, I buy the big bag of ice from Chick-fil-A. It's easier to crush in your mouth, and it is a lot cheaper. It's $1.73, and it lasts me about 2-3 days depending on how I eat it. And that's the only thing I get from Chick-fil-A. Because everything else I don't really like. I've tried it one time and it wasn't for me. Don't judge me. So that's the only thing I can say. And also, I was weighing 144 pounds. So if you guys do know, and initially in the beginning of my pregnancy, I was weighing 100 and maybe 19 to 120 pounds. So I've gained, let's say, 24 pounds in this pregnancy at 29 weeks. So that's all I have for that. I'm going to put up the picture of me at, not me, if I could do the video at Pickaboo, I think I did a video at Pickaboo. If not, it's just going to be a picture of the ultrasound of baby boy. So this is baby boy. He's so cute. He looks just like his brother, Ryder. So, kind of irritated. I'm irritated because I want him to look like me, not because he looks like my son. It's more so because I want my baby to look like me, and I feel like my son looks like his dad, especially when his dad was little, and my daughter looks like her dad. So I'm just like, can I have one that looks like me, please? One time? This is my last time. Like, can we? But no, he looks like his brother. So again, I'll put the picture here of me at Pickaboo or the video at Pickaboo, and then my baby bump is gonna go here as well. So that was the update for 29 weeks. We're gonna go ahead and move into the 30-week one. Baby was the size of a lettuce ball. So he was the size of a lettuce ball. If you guys eat the lettuce ball, the ball is like this big. Which, you know, I hate saying the size of what the baby is, because if Hati go from butter squash like this to like a butter ball, like it's kind of like weird or whatever. So again, for this week, I was really tired. I started getting a lot of pain. So at nighttime, like, as I'm laying in bed or whatever, like I would like get pain in my leg. So I would try to pull my leg out, and when I pull my leg out, it feels like a sting. So like I have sciatica, so I've had it since this whole pregnancy, and I've already naturally have back pain because I have bigger upper boobs. I've already mentioned this in another my previous videos. But the sciatica has slowly moved down. So when I first got pregnant, it kind of moved down to my butt, and I was telling my friends like, hey, my butt hurts. So after that, it has moved down to my leg. So if I were to pull my leg out while I'm laying in bed, it kind of like feels like a Charlie horse, and I can't move it, and it hurts really, really, really bad. So I was told that maybe my potassium, so I need to take more and take more potassium and stuff like that. But I get it a lot, like while I'm asleep, and I know now I'm so used to it, so I'm ready for the pain. So I'm really not, I really want to cry sometimes, but it's like not as bad as it used to be, like when I first got it, because I was like, what the heck is going on? Other than that, the same week I launched my business. I will be talking about that in another video. I will show you guys all the products that I did launch. Not all of them. I will be showing you like some of the products that I have on hand with me right now that I did launch, and talk about the launch and about the goals that I had for that and stuff like that. So that week was really stressful for me because I was, if you guys do know, it's a cosmetic business one. And so I was making my lip glosses. So I was making my lip glosses, and I had to, you know, do promos and make sure everything came on time, advertising and stuff like that. So I will talk about how I launched and how I went and how I went about it and why I went about it this way instead of the other ways I've gone about it previously. So that was another stress level on me. I was really tired, very cranky. So that was one of the things that I did as well in 30 weeks. And baby was really heavy, so I was like really, really tired. So like, if you guys, well, you guys won't know, but I do have 2 other kids. So my 2 other kids, I do, like when I do get home from school, I try to cook a meal every day, or I cook because my boyfriend goes to work. So when he goes to work, I make him a lunch. So when I make him a lunch, I try to make him a meal, but I've gotten to a point where I'm really tired. I'm like, I don't want to cook anything. I've lost my appetite on certain meals. Like I don't really have like an appetite, like, oh, I just want this, and this, unless it's ice. I love ice for some reason. But that's the only thing I can say. Like I'm really, really getting tired. He is really heavy. My back is starting to hurt. Even right now, my back is hurting really bad sitting up this straight because he is very heavy and very low. So that's what I can say happened on 30 weeks. It wasn't really too much of a difference. Just baby is sitting really low and really like down there in the, you know, woohoo. So we can go to 31 weeks. So my 31 weeks update would be, baby was the size of a coconut. Again, these sizes are kind of weird to me because now it's the size of this and the squash was the size of this. But baby is the size of a coconut. I did have a doctor's visit. This doctor's visit, my appointment was at 3:30. I didn't get seen until 5:14, which is very frustrating. And when I did go in and I did let him know that, hey, I went to another doctor and I got an ultrasound and I wanted to know if my due date had changed. He was like, no, we don't do that. You have to keep the same due date. Actually, let me rewind a little bit. So I think on 30 weeks, I forgot to say the 30 weeks, this is going to be the baby bump picture here. But 30 weeks, I also want to go see a specialist because I have alpha thalassemia. So I've also talked about that previously before. So when I went to go see the doctor at the alpha thalassemia, I also got another due date. So the other due date that I did get when I went to go see this specialist was November 21st. So she was like, hey, yeah, we're getting a due date of, November 27th. November 27th. And I'm like, okay, like that's like not too off from November 30th. So I had another due date of November 30th. So that's what happened there. And they wanted to see me again because they wanted to check the baby to make sure he doesn't have anemia. Because with alpha thalassemia, the worst case scenario is baby could be born stillborn. Baby can have really high anemia. And they asked me if I wanted to test them. So I could test baby through my stomach. So if I were to take a tube and put it in my stomach and they could go ahead and pull something out the sac and go ahead and check baby. But what it also can cause is me to go to premature labor. So for me, I didn't want to do that. I did decline. Everyone is different and they probably would want to do it. But I know which alpha thalassemia I have because there's 4 different types of them. So I just had to go contact my last doctor and ask them which one did I have, if they could send me over the information, because I don't want to go into labor early. He's only 4 pounds and I'm only, at that time I was only 30 weeks or 31 weeks. I don't know which week I was just talking about. I think 31 weeks. So yeah, 30 weeks. I was already only 30 weeks. I was like, I don't want to go into labor early. He did ask me if my partner had got tested. My partner has not got tested because he just has not got tested or whatever the case may be. But I did specialist and I did have another due date. So remember, I had a due date of November 30th originally. Then when I went to go see Peekaboo, I had November 14th and then I had November 27th. Now I'm really confused because I'm like, okay, when is baby coming? Like, when am I full term? Not really when is baby coming, because baby's going to come whenever he wants to come. But more so, like, when am I considered full term? Because I have all these different due dates. And now I'm just, like, sitting here confused. Like, oh, my God. Like, okay, whatever. So, again, so let's go back to 31 weeks. 31 weeks is where I said I have the visit where I started at I was supposed to be at 3:30, but I didn't see him until 5:14. So when I went inside, I let him know, like, hey, I was at the specialist that you were recommending me to. And he did let me know that my due date was November 27th. Sorry, y'all. November 27th. And he said, well, we're not going to go based off of that. We're going to go based off of your first ultrasound, which was kind of annoying because baby grow like differently as you progress and you get later into your pregnancy. So they're going to go based off of my first ultrasound. They're not going to go change the due date because they said that that's what they wanted to base it off of. So I said, okay, I'm still going off of the 27th and 14th one because I still feel like he's coming a lot earlier, but I'm not telling the doctor that. After that, I did let him know that my intake on ice has been a whole lot more, and I was kind of concerned because if you guys do know, with alpha thalassemia, I cannot have iron, like take iron pills because it causes me to itch really bad. But like my intake on ice, so I kind of switched from going to Chick-fil-A after 29-30 weeks, only because it was a little farther for me, and there's Raising Cane right by my house. So right by my house, there's a Raising Cane, so I go there, and I get 4 cups of ice for 33 cents each or something like that. It comes up to $1.42. So that, like, large cups of ice, and they're crushable. They're a lot more crushable than Chick-fil-A. But I don't know, I like both of them. So one day, like, I had intake 8 cups of ice, like 8 large, like if you go get to the store and get the large cups of ice from McDonald's for like $1, those cups, like 8 of them in a day. Like, I feel like that was a lot. And I let him know, like, hey, like, I've been taking a lot of ice. Like, is there something, like, is that bad? He's like, no, that's fine. Like, you're very anemic. Like, there's nothing that you could really do about it. So, like, you know, just go ahead and keep taking it. My mom's kind of concerned because, like, one, I do have to get a lot of dental work done, but I can't get it done because I am pregnant. And that's another thing that's causing my mouth to hurt because I have to get a lot of things done. And then I'm taking ice, and then it's like, So I was kind of concerned, but the doctor said it was okay. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna still eat my ice. I was gonna eat it regardless because ice is life right now. So I did find out from my previous doctor what kind of alpha thalassemia I had. So I'm a silent carrier, which means I have a 4-in-1 chance that the baby could have alpha thalassemia as well. Other than that, we're just gonna test the baby after the baby's born so we can see what he has, and I let my doctor know because I just felt like it was best afterwards. My son was born, and he with the same, they have the same dad, and he was fine. So I'm gonna test my son as well. So I'm gonna test them at the same time to see what, if they have alpha thalassemia, because with alpha thalassemia, you can have it's a hemoglobin, and it's there's little problems that you can have with it. If you guys want to read up on it, I can't really tell you for a sec because it's in this phone right here. But it was kind of scary to read it. My biggest thing with having alpha thalassemia is the fact of maybe my baby coming out stillborn, and that's really a big fear of mine. Baby boy is very active, but it's still a scary situation for me. So yeah, for this one, I don't have a baby bump picture. I didn't take one. I guess I've been really lazy and really tired, but I've also was launching that business like I was telling you guys. So I don't have a baby bump picture for this week's, for 31 weeks. So we're going to have to we're going to have to move on to 32 weeks. So if y'all do know, in 32 weeks, me and Dad were having the hardest time agreeing on names. We have finally agreed on a name. I don't know if I want to tell you guys the name yet because I want you guys to see it on the picture, on the video, or something like that, because his name is going to be on something, so then when he is born, you're able to see it. But I'm super excited that we finally agreed on a name because I was able to order stuff for baby that I wanted to have his name and stuff on it. I was able to tell people who were very bought to buy him something, his godmom. We did choose a godmom for him as well, so he does have a godmom. Shout out to Chandler, that is baby's godmom. So I was super excited about finding the full name. So after full name, we decided on godmom, and then after that, baby is the size of a jacama. I don't know what a jacama is, but he's the size of that. So if you guys know what a jacama is, that's what he's the size of. Don't know what the heck that is. Don't think I'll ever eat it. So yeah. So I did have a doctor's appointment, but they did cancel it. And the specialist had recommended me to come to him every 2 weeks. I forgot to mention that. So I'm supposed to go to him for a stress test, and I'm supposed to do it twice a week. So it's supposed to be on Tuesday and Friday, but I got a call saying that they had to cancel my appointment because my insurance had not approved me to go ahead and do the stress test. And when I did get approved for the stress test, in which they called me about 2 days later saying, hey, you got approved for the stress test, but your insurance doesn't think that you need to take them twice a week. You're only going to do them once a week. So I do a stress test. Supposed to do it once a week on Tuesdays. I was supposed to do it this Tuesday, but I'm not out there, so I did not go. But I'm going, and they canceled it too. But I'm going to be going next Tuesday. So I will try to record so you guys can see what the stress test is if you guys are interested in what it is. Or you guys can look it up and stuff like that. It's just to put the monitors on my stomach to check the baby to make sure he's not stressed out or anything like that. So that's what we did have to do for that one, and I am not able to sleep. So for the last, I think 2-3 weeks, I forgot to mention that I am having the most hardest time sleeping at nighttime. But baby boy is a lot more active at nighttime. I will place the video right here. So as you can see, baby boy is very active. Like when I tell you active, like he kicks all night long. So he's right now, he's really cool and he's calm, but at nighttime, oh my god, he goes crazy. So from between maybe say 3 o'clock in the morning all the way up to 5 or 6, I could not sleep, which is really bad because my daughter has to go to school about 7:30. So she goes to school about 7:30, so it means I'm super tired in the morning. And then when I come back, I'm making my boyfriend his lunch, getting my son ready for daycare, taking him to daycare, come back and take care of the business that I got to take care of if I'm doing a website, a launch, or helping somebody else with their business, or because maybe. So not being able to sleep is the most frustrating thing ever. I'm literally just up from 3 to 5 almost every night. Last night, I think I was up until last night I took a nap earlier that day, and then I didn't go to bed last night until 4 or 5 in the morning. And then it sucks because, my son gets up every day around 7 or 8, depending on the day. Sometimes he'll sleep till 10, which is really cool. But I was having a hard time. I'm having the most hard time sleeping at nighttime. And then Also, the sciatica pain, like I said, I told you guys, it has got a lot worse. So I've been having to deal with that a lot more. Like walking really hurts. Doing any type of physical activity really hurts. He is very, very heavy. I'm very tired. I get out of breath really fast. At my last doctor visit, I did forget to mention also that my doctor told me that I did need to gain more weight. I do weigh 147 pounds right now. And he told me I need to gain more weight, and I think he's a little crazy because I feel like I don't want to gain any more weight because I'm already tired and it's already a lot of weight for me. But I do notice that baby boy does not have any more room. Like when you kick, you can see his 2 feet when he's kicking. So I did get told that. I'm very, very tired. I'm not really into cooking right now. I try to cook like as much as possible, but standing on my feet for more than 5 minutes hurts really bad. And I'm just like, I'm at the, the last part of pregnancy is just the most tiring part of pregnancy. So I just been having like really bad sciatica, standing and sleeping. So like I'm at the part where it's not enjoyable for me. I love pregnancy. I enjoy it. This is my last pregnancy, but I'm very, 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 very tired, very stressed out. And I'm just waiting for this process to be over with and I can have baby boy in my arms and I can show you guys and we could be done. I'm also going to insert a baby bump picture. I did go out this weekend, finally. And here goes the baby bump picture with me and baby. I had a lot of fun and he is growing really big. You see him. Other than that, like nothing has really changed. It's just I'm very tired. I can say I'm a little bit more irritable because I'm really like tired or I'm really like anxious or just stressed out and stuff like that. So we are at 32 weeks. We're almost at the finish line, guys. I'm so excited. I want to thank you guys all for like who's been invested in it, who's very excited for it. If you guys do know, this is going to be my last pregnancy I will be having. This will be my 3rd kid. I am 3 and done. I am getting my tubes tied also because if I continue to have babies with my same partner or my boyfriend or whatever, it just gets worse and I just don't want to deal with it. 3 kids is a lot to me already, so I decided to close the chapter out of my life. And maybe let's see, I'm getting my tubes tied, so we could talk about that journey. I'll tell you guys about that when that does come happen. I'll probably get that done in December or January, something like that. But I do not want any more kids. Dad does not want any more kids, so we're in agreement with that. It's not like I'm just doing it out of spite for me, but we have agreed no more kids. And if he wanted one more, I think I probably maybe would have tried because he doesn't have a girl. But I'm tired. I'm over it. More power to people who got more than 3 kids. I'm just not for it. But I've enjoyed this pregnancy journey. What me and Dad do need to do is go ahead and do our maternity shoot. We have not done a maternity shoot, but I'm so tired. Like, y'all, when I tell you, we didn't have a baby shower this time either. I didn't want to do a baby shower. It's just very stressful for me. It's very tiring. If anybody wants to get the baby something, I can give you my PO box. You guys go ahead and send it to my PO box. Or you guys can go ahead and, if I know you personally, like really know you, I'll give you my address and you guys go ahead and send it to me. But yeah, no baby shower. We haven't done the maternity pictures yet. We need to hurry up because we only have 47 days left because I am 33 weeks now. So we have about like 45 days actually, because 45 days left before baby is here. I do have my hospital bag ready. I'm gonna do it in another video because there's a few things that I just did notice that I'm missing in my bag, and I don't want to show you guys like, oh, I have this but I'm missing this and stuff like that. So in my next video, I'll do it way before I do my updates for the other ones, because have you guys do notice I do my updates like every 4 weeks. I will be to show you guys what is in my hospital bag and what I take to the hospital. And what you should take, or what I feel like is a great thing to take, because this is my 3rd pregnancy. I kind of have like a idea on what you should have. So we'll talk about it in the next video. And also I have a video coming out right after this video. It's going to be about my launch video, about entrepreneurship, about how to go about it, if you need help, or how to contact me so I can help you guys out as well. And let's get these businesses started. Let's have these babies, build our family, and let's have fun. So I'm so excited. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video too. I forget to say that all the time. Stop. You see that down there? Yeah, no, that right there. Like and subscribe to this video. All right, guys. See you guys in the next video.